Gently sit back, relax, and remain your flow. Gently sit back, relax, and remain your flow.
My name is Vinciane Lacroix. I am an artist and a scientist exploring the boundaries of art and technology. Here is chromagenesis, a process I invented aiming at capturing the color soul of a painting. Are you also fascinated by the interplay of colors within a painting? What if we could capture the essence of this one, stripped bare of its form. One could start by extracting the color theme. However, without the respective color proportions, it feels quite limited. As Matisse said, a small patch of blue doesn't have the same impact as a large expanse of the same blue. Thus, we should keep all of the color pixels while liberating them from the forms. Well, if we let the pixels move randomly, the result is, as expected, not better than a grayish-green mess. Adding the constraint that the pixels could move only within the respective luminance range, the original painting re-emerges, but as if the color had faded under the sun. But the magic happens when we arrange the pixels based on full color properties, luminance, chroma, and hue. Look at this one. Isn't it like an aerial view of crops? Despite all were made from the original pixels of the painting. By carefully arranging the pixels and refining the composition, I felt I had captured a unique essence of the original painting. Of course, not all chromagenesis are relevant. This one is great to generate a pale vermeer out of a beautiful Van Gogh. Nevertheless, the process is interesting to demonstrate how important color luminance is. Now, can you guess the artist and the original painting behind this chromagenesis? What about this one? The first is Harem May from Paul Gauguin, and the second one, Still Life with Lantern and Vegetables from James Ensor. What do you think of these new color shifts? Chromagenesis has the potential to reveal hidden depths within paintings and interesting facts about our vision and color coding. Explore more on my portfolio and stay tuned for the upcoming Chromagenesis website. Note that all programs were written in Julia. Thank you for your interest.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandy Sampson, founder of Vital Color, a color and design studio on the coast of Southern California. Today, I'm going to provide a glimpse into my color and design process of my piece, One Form, Endless Voices. Color, a variable independent of form. In the intricate dance between structure and perception, my piece, One Form, Endless Voices, explores a fundamental truth. Color is not merely a decoration, it is also a powerful language of its own. Each pattern I create is a living canvas, a testament to the profound ability of color to transform, communicate, and evoke emotion without altering a single line or curve. Visually flexible form. Imagine a single geometric structure, unchanging, precise, mathematically elegant. Now imagine that same structure breathing with life as colors transform its perception. This is the heart of my artistic exploration, a pattern that remains structurally constant while becoming a chameleon of visual storytelling through strategic color inventions. Some might argue that my designs resemble nature's ability to adapt its visual identity without altering its fundamental structure. By shifting its hue, nature communicates with its changing environment, revealing new narratives through color. Pattern design. Each of my pattern designs begins with a spark of curiosity. I wonder, how is this form going to be transformed by color? Which colors will capture the audience's attention? And how many distinct patterns will emerge from various color combinations? This pattern form, One Form, Endless Voices, was inspired by my late friend, William Blackwell, AIA, who authored Geometry in Architecture. Bill designed geometric patterns using mathematics, and I create them visually with my creative math. Mixing my curiosity of fractals, geometry, and inspiration from Bill's writing and art, this rotating geometric pattern emerged. At first look, I was not impressed with my hard-edged, static pattern. However, the pattern before me wasn't just lines and angles. It was a living canvas waiting to breathe. Not until the application of various gray values, randomly or methodically applied, did I start seeing the engagement possibilities that lay ahead in depth, contrasts, and motion. I was reminded that beauty isn't just about what we see, but how we perceive. Color design. Color selection begins by creating a mood board that establishes the intended context and persona for the artwork. This includes determining the intended market and usage of the final product. Additionally, it considers the number of color options available in production and the material to be used, which can influence the final color palette. Color sources. Inspiration colors are derived from color directions that anticipate trends for the upcoming 2 years and are tailored to the industry and the target market of the pattern's creative framework. Images from the mood board are incorporated into the design process, drawing inspiration from various sources, including culture, nature, and lifestyle. A thorough analysis of the target industry serves as a guiding framework, enabling the color selection to either adhere strictly to the industry's norms or venture beyond them, depending on the level of uniqueness required for the color palette. Color alchemy. Color selection is not mere decoration, it is a strategic, deeply intentional process. Initial color combinations from our framework are explored and reviewed in conjunction with the context mood board. Subsequently, multiple color combinations of 2 to 4 hues are refined using the NCS color system and Adobe Illustrator. This process involves adjusting the nuances of hue, value, and chroma to create unique color palettes that align with the framework. These color palettes are applied to the pattern in distinct ways, and it's the color interactions that alter our perception of the form. Color as communication. Changes in hue, value, and chroma of a pattern's colors significantly impact its appearance and conveyance. They underscore the profound influence of color in visual communication. Variations in value can affect depth perception and establish visual hierarchy. These effects can be harnessed to guide viewer attention and generate visual interest within a pattern. Shifts in chroma can influence the perceived vibrancy and energy of a pattern. This nonverbal visual language of color serves as a powerful tool to guide viewer attention, create visual hierarchy, evoke emotional responses, and convey complex narratives without resorting to words. Engagement through color. Recent research in neuroart, an emerging field that studies how the arts and aesthetic experiences change the brain, body, and behavior by Psychology Today, revealed something extraordinary. Color is not just something we see, it is something we experience. Our brains don't just perceive color, they feel it, remember it, and are transformed by it. Changes in hue, value, and chroma of a pattern's colors significantly impact its appearance and communication, highlighting the powerful role of color in visual messaging as demonstrated by my piece, One Form, Endless Voices. My color and design approach aims to create not only visual appealing designs, but also engaging ones that evoke specific emotions and interactions through the use of color. One form can hold endless voices. One structure can tell 1,000 stories. Color is not only what you perceive, color is also how you feel. A manifesto of chromatic possibility. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Intersociety Color Council, the ColorShifts Committee, and the esteemed judges for the distinction of being selected to participate in this prestigious exhibition. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephen Roy White. I am an associate professor at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and a theatrical designer. As a lighting designer, I see my primary goals being to shape space with light and give visual objects meaning. Color is central to giving the various fabrics, painted surfaces, furniture, costumes, bodies, and skin tone meaning, and I work closely with my collaborators to bring a unified visual story to the stage. Often my work with color can be contradictory. A bright amber sunshine color that is right for a specific moment in a play could have a profoundly negative effect on the color rendering of a character's costume or the skin tones of a performer. Applying color perception knowledge and 3 decades of color experience helps me anticipate the outcomes of colored light on colored objects. My audience comes into a highly controlled space with eyes that have unconsciously adapted to the environment, and it's a space where I control the white balance. How the color of the light is perceived is directly dependent on the other colors present, and those colors were also chosen by me. As these images show, my worlds can be quiet and calm, or lush and full, depending on my application of color. Some form of blue is crucial to most of my designs. In addition to providing a base for other colors to be visually compared, blue helps me create foreground and background, as objects in blue light often migrate backwards in compositions. It's interesting to me that while blue is the rarest of pigments, it's always central to my work with light. The worlds I create are often grounded in some form of blue.